Let's talk about, to put it in a nutshell, to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with some pistachios. My daughter loves pistachios. Me, not so much. I like them in pistachio pudding, pistachio cake, things like that. I like them baked into things, but not just to eat the nuts and having to crack everyone open. It's kind of like peanuts. I buy peanuts already out of the shell and usually seasoned or spiced or honeyed or caramelized or something. So today we're talking about putting something in a nutshell. I know we've covered in a nutshell before as one of our idioms, but this month as we're discussing communication related idioms, we're talking about to put something in a nutshell or to put it in a nutshell. What does this mean? Where does it come from? It's been around since the 1500s, but much, much longer ago than that, when the Roman writer Pliny, not sure how to pronounce his name since he's been long since gone, used it to describe Homer's Iliad being copied in such a tiny text that it would have fit in a nutshell. Now, of course it wouldn't, because it was like 700 pages long, I think, but the point was that it was written in teeny tiny text and very challenging to read, and so small that he said it could fit in a nutshell. Well, this idiom, this expression, is used to refer to anything that's compressed. I say summarized, simply summarized, or just the high points are shared with us. And I think it's really important as we're building and growing and supersizing our businesses to always communicate in a clear, simple, straightforward fashion, because the more clear and direct we are, the less chance there is for misunderstanding or error. At least in my experience, might not be true for you. But we want to make sure that we are conveying in a summarized fashion the key points, the important points, the what people really need to know. So we talked about the importance of deciding what to share and what's important, as well as making sure that how we're communicating is a way that other people can understand. The person that we're sending the message to needs to be able to receive the message that we're sending and understand it in order for communication to take place. So I think back in the days of school when we wrote reports, and on that report, usually in college, there had to be a one-page summary on the front of the paper, probably so our professors could read the summary and decide how much time it was going to take them to dig through the rest of the reports that we turned in. Abstracts in reports, and especially in the area of science and engineering, we always have abstracts ahead of, which is a summary of the key points in the research and the information that follows. Even in our business plans, we have an executive summary at the front of those plans, because everybody doesn't need to know all of the details or read all of the details of something in order to decide and make a decision on, for example, whether they're going to invest in our organizations or our businesses or not. Pretty much the main reason most people write business plans, if they ever do write a business plan, is because they want to get some sort of funding. Now, I contend we should always have strategies and plans in place that we're following internally, whether we're getting funding from someone else or not. So one of the tools that I like to use that helps me decide what to share in terms of information is something that I teach in the annual challenge, and it's called the urine analysis. It isn't a terrific name, but it's easy to remember, because urine stands for urgent, resources, important, necessary, and energy. And I look at each of those categories, and if I have to choose among alternatives, I rate each one usually on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of these different aspects. Is it urgent? Is it going to retire a lot of resources? Is it important? Is it necessary? And how much energy is it going to take to implement the change or the decision or the choice or the option that we're looking at? So it's a way to actually simplify a really complicated decision-making process and do what would take a lot of people weeks or computer generation iterations to do in a couple of minutes. And does it always give us a perfect decision? No, but neither do any of the other decision-making tools that we use. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom. Put it in a nutshell. Do you like pistachios? What's your favorite kind of nuts? That would be a good one. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, let me know. We'll be covering communication for the rest of September. So if there's an idiom you would love to know the origin of and the background and how we can apply it to our businesses and how we use it to positively impact the world and growing our businesses, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.